Uh, Hello everybody. So I wanted to make this video to talk about the channel. So I've been making videos for lessons based on the book Introduction to Sakha, which was adapted from a Russian book, and I will continue to make those video lessons for those who are interested. I also want to let you guys know I did a few different playlists that are public. One is different videos, although there's not a lot out there, but different videos made by other people besides me for learning the Yakut or Sakha language. And I also made a playlist that I will keep adding to it called Yakut Videos for Immersion. So this is because I think it's very important to immerse yourself, to listen to the language when you're learning it, whether you understand it yet or you understand parts or you cannot understand anything. It's very important to listen. So I just have been adding some. There's a sports program event they had, documentary. I'll try to find some good movies and shows. There's another playlist I added publicly to my channel, which is a show called Allah Tukanere, and it is really funny and really good. But unfortunately, there's not much of it left on YouTube. I don't know what happened, but there used to be like 2 seasons, and you could watch all of it on YouTube, and now most of it is gone. So I just made a playlist with whatever clips and episodes I could find on YouTube. If anybody is watching this and knows where you can watch Allah Tukanere, uh, anywhere on the internet, please let me know. I also want to address some questions from commenters and just general people that I've met online. A lot of times they say like, "Oh, who are you? Why do you make these materials? Are you uh, Russian? Are you what? Like, what are you doing?" I'm not Russian and I'm not Sakha either. But I've had an interest and a passion for the Yakut language for a number of years. And I do study and speak other foreign languages as well. But upon starting to learn Sakha, I discovered there now there's a little bit, but at the time, years ago, there was nothing. So I started my previous channel just practicing reading stuff from books and what my teacher taught me, lesson notes and things like that. Okay, here's the numbers, here's the colors. Let's practice reading together. Um, and now some years have passed and I've learned more. I'm not uh, teaching at an advanced level, but I'm teaching the language on italki because somebody has to. Nobody has except me. And I lost access to my old channel. There's a link in all my videos to my old channel if you want to see it. But so I made this new channel here to make uh, more videos for people learning the Sakha language. If you are a beginner and you are looking for um, a teacher to help you learn the beginner things, the pronunciation, the grammar, common sentences, etc., you can feel free to check out my italki page. I will also put a link in the description box. Um, yeah, so there. I just want to let people know there really you can learn the Yakut language. I've met different people. Some from Asia, they have a Yakut friend in another country, or they just discovered a language online like myself and want to learn it. Some people speak Kazakh or Turkish or some other language that is considered a Turkic language, and so they find it interesting to learn another Turkic language, particularly one that is so unique and and rare seeming as the Yakut language. So, if you are one of those people and you're like, I want to learn this, you certainly can. Check out my video lessons. You can check out my old channel videos if you want to, and also the videos from other YouTubers and people that I have compiled, many of whom are native speakers. And although you can certainly learn from a non-native speaker like myself, it is also helpful to listen to native speakers and learn from them if possible. Um, so that's what we have. I just wanted to let people know, give a little compilation. We have a variety of videos about the grammar, the expressions, from me and from others. We have lots of great Yakut media on YouTube you can use to immerse and derive the language naturally. And there's a book which on my video lessons, Introduction to Sakha, you will have the link to the PDF that you can view and download, which is free, provided by the person who translated the book from Russian to English. And that's about it. I'll keep looking for other materials and making more materials. And if you're a Sakha person, if you're Yakut and you're like, oh, it's so nice, people want to learn my language, what can I do? Feel free to make a video. Even if you don't, I noticed a lot of people are humble. When I meet Yakut people, I often say you should make some material, you should teach, you should whatever. A lot of people say, well, I'm not a teacher, my English is not perfect, or whatever. Um, but believe it or not, there's people in Korea learning Yakut, there's Russian speakers learning Yakut, there's Turkish speakers, Chinese speakers. Even if you don't speak good English, you can teach through another language. Or if you do speak English and you don't think it's very good, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares if you have an accent. I suggest to any Yakut viewers on this channel, feel free to sign up for italki, become a tutor or a teacher in the language. You don't have to be some pedagogue who has a dissertation about the intricacies of Yakut historical grammar. You can simply be like, hey, how you doing? Let's look over some expressions of it. How do you say this? Oh, this is how you say that. Oh, you want to know how to introduce yourself? Here's how you can introduce yourself. And just share the language, share the culture. But I'm happy to contribute to that, even though I'm not a part of the culture. um, and I do the same, although less actively, with Mongolian language, with the Chinese language. There's always something that people can do, and I highly recommend all people to share both their own culture and language and other cultures and languages that they've learned or are familiar with, because it's very important that we maintain and save and keep alive the languages and cultures of this planet, because if we don't, they're going to go by the wayside. They'll disappear. You got, even in one language, Chinese or so called English, you have so many different varieties. And those varieties are dying out. Then you have people say, oh, they just have an accent. Oh, they just have a southern accent. They have a Fujian accent. Oh, they just have an Okinawan accent. Well, all these peoples, we've had our own languages essentially. At the least, you could say we've had our own dialects, and they're dying out. We're all becoming too similar to each other. It's okay to be different from each other and respect who each other is. It's a good thing. Yeah, I'm what I am. I am me. You are you. He is him. She is her. And we should embrace that. And you can go and learn English or Russian or Chinese, one of these big languages, and speak it well and use it for business. But don't lose your. Don't want to be preachy here, but it's very important. Don't lose who you are. Don't lose your language. Don't lose your culture. If you are a person who is a speaker of a large language like Russian or Chinese Mandarin or mainstream English, and your people or your ancestors or your family come from a certain culture or language, learn that language. Even if you don't know a single word, go and learn it. You know, you can do it. Uh, Languages have been brought back from the brink of extinction, and thank God that Yakut is not at that point right now. But even preemptively, we want to keep that from happening before it happens. I mean, I rue the day that everybody talks like a Londoner, a Californian, like a Moscowian, or whatever. Like everybody's becoming like the standard version of whatever their language, mainstream language in their country or region is is considered to be. You know, everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people in Japan are talking Tokyo Japanese. A lot of people in South Korea are speaking just like anybody from Seoul because they see it on TV. And so I recommend people teach your language, teach your dialect, teach your accent, teach your local expressions, whatever it is. Teach it, share it, talk in it. Don't be afraid. Don't hide who you are. So this turned from a summary of Yakut materials to a TED talk about languages and preventing language death. But I just think it's important to say if you have an opinion on that, leave it in the comments. Give me a response. Help a brother out. Boost my channel. Thank you. Bye. Ah, questo è